This is another picture of the first pastor, and I just want to say a few words about Robin Guest. I want to say that I am so grateful to God for the privilege of following him as pastor of this church. Robin Guest had a vision, and God implemented that vision in his heart. Some of the things that he did have made this church what it is today. One is the way he structured this church. Many churches cannot grow because of the way they're structured. But God led him to lead this church to structure itself in a way that it could grow. God led him to have a vision to reach people. And we are exceedingly grateful for his ministry and his testimony. Now if we can come back up with the lights. We want to make a very special presentation tonight. And I want to ask Wallace Cobb if he will come. And if Janie Guest, the wife of Robin Guest, will come and stand with me here. And we want to let Janie know how special that she and her husband are in this church. This picture that will be placed in our north foyer as the first pastor of our church, that we want to never forget how God used Robin Guest. And so this is the same picture you saw on the screen, and it'll be down here for tonight, and then in a few days we'll get it mounted out there, and his name will be under it and the years he served as pastor of Champion Forest. And one of these days I'll be honored to be by his side out there. Janie, we appreciate you and love you and thank you. Any words you want to share with us?
Well, I just wanted to say just a few words. I just wanted to make a few comments about the first service that we had. And since I'm the only eyewitness here, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about it. Okay. When Robin went to the Union Baptist Association with his plans, what he was thinking about doing, they agreed wholeheartedly. They had 5 acres, about there. They had 5 acres there, but everybody said that was not enough land. And so then Robin picked out 2 pieces of land, this one and one that was 11 acres. And Union Baptist Association decided on this piece. They bought the land and held the cars. So as soon as they did that, Robin put up a big sign that said, "Future home of Champion Forest Baptist Church," on those 9 woody acres. And believe me, then there were snakes out here. You know, it was just really wild. But they're in the church. It's very close to where we thought was the center of the area in the beginning, which was the Klein the church just grew from there. And I know I remember all the wonderful people that came, and many of them have gone on. But I know that God will reward everyone and all those who are listening to the program. And everybody, just stop and think. The first service was just, we had a random piano, we had someone gave us, we had an old typewriter from college, and this is all we had, but we had the Bible, and the Bible was preached, and so we have something in common today. But when you think of the service we had this morning, just thank God. God has blessed this church, really, really is. And the thing that thrills me so is that the Word of God is preached. That was the mission of the church then, and it's still the mission of the church now, that the Word of God is preached and